Alright guys, PunisherMax17 here, and this is the first work in progress for this right here, the HMM Gojulas. Now I've been very excited to get started work on this kit, but unfortunately it is the winter, and the first 2 or 3 weeks after I owned this guy, it was about -10 to -20 degrees where I live. So that was pretty insane, and I paint outside. So I didn't really have the opportunity to work on it much. But luckily, the last few weeks, it has been much nicer weather. That's the craziness of the Midwest. It's -10, -20 one week, and the next week it reaches 50 and 60. So I've gotten a lot of work done on this guy for the last week and a half or so. I've been putting a lot of time in on it, and I've got a decent amount of parts done here. Now, we'll get to the parts in just a second, but I wanted to talk about the kit itself, the paint scheme I'm going to do it in, and all that. Now, I am going to do it in a custom color scheme. I thought long and hard about this, different paint schemes in my mind, different colors, whether or not I should just keep it original or what I should do. But I'm not a huge fan of gray, near whitish kind of colors, and it's not a lot of fun to paint that. And I wanted something different than everyone else's. So I chose an interesting source for inspiration for the color scheme, and a lot of you might find it surprising, and that is my Gojulas model kit, Gundam model kit. And this is essentially what I'm basing my paint scheme around. Now, because we're in the light here, let's see how this looks with the light turned off. That's a little better. I'm going to do this without the light. You can see it's a very light purple and a very dark purple and some red. Now, I'm not doing that exact color scheme. I'm going to be doing a grayish purple and a darker gray purple. We're going to keep a lot of the gray tones in this, and then I'm just going to accent it in a few places with some red. Now, I know you may not be able to really envision what that's going to look like, but I think it'll turn out nicely, and I'm pretty excited to get that started. So, I've been detailing this all morning pretty much. That's why my hand's a little bit dirty here. And I thought I'd show you some of the paints I'm using. Now, I am continuing using still my classic Citadel paints, Bolt Gunmetal, and Mithril Silver. I used to have an chainmail color. For the life of me, I don't know what happened to it. I think I lost it, but that's okay. I'm happy with those two. And I still have a decent amount left in those bottles. These things last forever, and I'm very impressed with that. At least the ones that are designed in a bottle like this. Those others dry up pretty quick. The ones that are in like hexagonal or octagonal bottles, those aren't fantastic. I'm using a couple Testors colors. Testors Gold, which I'm doing gold in, of course, and then copper, and this is turning into one of my favorite paints. It's so much fun to detail with this paint, and it just looks so nice on the parts. On the near black inner frame, it looks really, really good. And to talk about color, on the inner frame, I'm not doing it in black per se. It's a very dark gray mixed with some purple, and it's black mixed with purple and some gray all together. So it's basically just a very dark gray. But I'm liking the color of it. I'm also painting in this, which I just got the other day. It's a Formula P3 paint. I'd never heard of it, but I was at this little hobby shop, and I decided to pick some up, and I got Radiant Platinum. I've tried it out, and I don't love it as much as Citadel, but it still works very nicely. It's pretty similar to this Mithril Silver, and it's probably what I'm going to turn to once I run out of these two bottles, because I've tried out Citadel's new paints. These are the out-of-production ones now, and I just don't love their new paints much. I just haven't enjoyed using them. So I might switch over to using this stuff. It's pretty decently cheap. This was only $3.50 or $4, and you get a lot in there. Now, it is a little thinner than these. Typically, I got to take just a drop of water and mix it with some of the paint I'm using on the Citadel stuff. This is already pretty thin. Alright, so enough talking about the paints and stuff. Let's get to the model itself. Now, I've got 4 runners of parts here done. Both the O runners and the M1 runner and the M2 runner. And I have the L1 and L2 runners on clips in there ready to be painted. Now, I've got some big, bulky pieces done and out of the way, but there's not much exciting about those. So let's look at some more, designed pieces. I don't know how else to say that. This is the one that I've done the most work on, probably. This holds the Zoids core, and I'm really happy with how the colors are turning out on this. In all honesty, I just think it's coming together really nicely, and I've had a lot of fun detailing it. The best time I've had building a model kit, in all honesty, probably since I did my red horn, or dark horn, technically. So yeah, these are some parts for the lower body, at least I know most of them are. And then we have these in here, mostly parts for the legs. As you can see, these are the inner leg pieces. They go right inside the little leg armor. And honestly, I'm not sure where these pieces go. I basically just popped these off the runners and painted them, put them in these boxes. Now I have these in 2 containers here. Typically whenever I build my models, I just have one very large Rubbermaid-esque container and put all the parts in there, and then I assemble it afterwards. But because there are so many parts to this, I actually have 7 of these, and they all are marked with the runners' names that are going to be included inside them, so I don't get anything out of order, confused what it is, that kind of stuff. So I have it a little bit better organized than I have my other kits, in all honesty. Now, one thing I've been very happy with on these is the flat coat I've gotten on it. On my first few tries, for some reason, I honestly don't know why I didn't just start with this, but I used the Krylon flat coat and the Testors flat coat, which I've never had great results with, so I don't know why I tried them, and that didn't turn out well. So I went back to this Owlclad 2 clear coat flat, and it's been working fantastically. It's through the airbrush, of course, and it just works wonders on these pieces. No matter how they look after I've applied paint, whether it's, you know, got a real unusually glossy finish, a gritty finish, or a perfectly smooth finish, it all turns out the same. It's all really flat, nicely colored, and nicely finished. So I really can't recommend this stuff enough. I really enjoy using it. So yeah, that's what I've been using for the top coat. And that's about all I got for this video. I just wanted to share this with you guys so you could get a good idea of what was going on, and so I could let you know that I am in fact working on this kit, and I'm working really hard on it because I'm excited to get this guy done and get this guy displayed and all that. Just such a cool design and cool Zoid. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.